What's up, my home studio engineers? Thank you so much for checking out the Home Recording Network, and welcome back for day 20 of this journey to better and more professional home studio mixes. We are basically a third of the way through here, and I did not realize how difficult this was going to be. It's really tough making all these videos, but hopefully somebody gets something out of it. Little Sandy is still hanging out with us back here, just kind of chilling on the chair while we do this, like I've done with all the other videos. Let me just play you a clip of the song in case you missed it. Here's the song we've been going over during these 30 days.
These kings and queens, they all fall, they all fall. Headless back into destined unaware, just what will be done. Looking for treason and overtake the throne and sink to the bottom on our own. We're fighting for freedom that we'll never know.
We've been through some pre-mix considerations. We walked through all the drums, the bass, and most of the guitar. So now today we're going to look at some of the effect sends we have for the guitars in this mix. So let's get into that. All right, so all the guitar tracks down here are in yellow. They end up at the guitar bus, which has no plugins or anything on it. And we have 3 buses right next door to the guitar bus. Now let me go through them one by one. First one I want to tackle is the guitar room. Because these are amp sims and I didn't actually mic up an amp, we lose some stuff. So when I actually mic an amp in my room, you can hear some of the room reverb leaking back into the mic, even though I just use a 57, but it actually sounds really cool. It's cool to have a space for your guitars. And what I've done here is kind of make my own virtual room for some of these guitars to be in. So let's check out the pre-chorus guitar. Yeah, it's cool. You could hear some of the room here. I'll just solo the bass. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. And I have a secret little trick for this. So I pull up the Slate Overloud product, but I don't actually have any amps in here. I don't have any amps. So all I have in here is their room reverb, and it sounds great. I love it on guitars. So if you just pull up the room reverb and throw it on there and get rid of all the amps and everything, this is basically just a reverb plugin now. And it's great to fill some space in the song so the guitars aren't completely dry. Here's if they were completely dry. I'll mute the bus. Yeah, it just puts our guitars in a nice little room. And distorted guitars aren't anything you necessarily want to throw a ton of, plate reverb or anything like that on, because it tends to get a little muddy. So a nice room reverb lathered in there ever so gently tends to sound pretty cool. We do have a guitar plate in here as well, and that's on a few guitars, such as this fuzz guitar that comes out of the first chorus. And for that one, I actually did have to mic a real amp because I just couldn't get that feedback without actually turning an amp up super loud. But if we listen just to the plate on that, it's very cool. And for this, we just have lustrous plates on here, steady licks preset here, and a 2-second decay time. And after it, we are just rolling off the top end of the reverb. If you want to know why I do that, go back to my Better Home Studio mixes in minutes video. I think I talk about this in a lot of my other videos, why you should be rolling off the top end of your reverb. So let's move on from there. I think we're also sending the guitar solo to that as well. Let me check that out. Yeah, so we're sending the guitar solo to that reverb as well. And we also have just a quarter note delay send for the guitars, just a mono delay. It is a quarter note here, just using the studio tape. And if I solo this delay, I think we're going to find out that I've sent some of the synthesizers here as well. Yeah, so that just goes to show you these don't just have to be guitar delays. You can send other instruments here as well, but let's bring in the guitar with this so you can hear it with the delay. Pretty simplistic when it comes to all the effect sends for guitar. When vocals comes up, that's when it gets kind of crazy, when I usually use a lot more effects, delays, and reverbs, things like that. But that is it for day 20. And tomorrow I'm going to show you what I normally do once I get to this point in the mix. I just don't go right to vocals right away. There is a step in between, and that's what I'm going to show you tomorrow. So I hope to see you guys back for that. Happy mixing, engineers. Hey guys, if you like this video, be sure to download your free Ultimate Home Studio Mix Guide with your go-to EQ and compression settings for all your tracks. And also be sure to register for my free online mix training that I hold a couple times a week so that you can learn how to make radio quality music from your home without breaking the bank.